Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this was an experiment I did a few years ago. I took a magazine that I had never seen before, and I went through and I covered anything I didn't like and added the things that I did like. So now this is an interesting blend of what the magazine was and what I wanted it to be. Now clearly towards the end I slowed down a little bit. I always meant to return to this, and I think I will return to it for sure. But we're going to look at what we have right now, as we do. So this is a remade magazine. I picked this magazine because I had never seen it before, and it is appealing to a demographic that is not me, and I was really interested in that. Mostly because there's interesting... I'll show you. It's funny. So here we go. I added this to the cover, and I expect to add more to the cover. This is stuff I wanted to add but haven't added yet. So we'll put that to the side. I'm also still collecting things to add to this, I think, is part of it. So this is one of the things I was doing is I was playing with the composition of the page by covering the chunky things I didn't like, but keeping the layout. So this was my first experiment with that. And right here, the only thing I kept from this ad says it might be time to take off your smartwatch. I don't even know what that means, but I thought it was good advice anyway. I'm pretty sure I've kept this image before, so this must be a standard image in a magazine, because I know I have used this recently again. The only thing from the original magazine here is this section and Your Sanctuary. Everything else is stuff I've added. I did leave a bunch of pockets, but again, this is not finished, so we'll see. So one of the things I was doing, because this is such a big book, I had a bunch of big items that I had been saving forever but didn't have a place for, and I made this their place. So this is also a spread, I think probably from Anthropology, that I just loved. I didn't alter it at all, I just kept it. There are better ways to hinge things, but this is what I used. After a few years, as you can see, the tape will discolor the page. I don't mind it so much, but anyway. So these were things that I had written for my wall in college, and I had like a bunch of nice things up on my wall, and I kept some of them, and here they are. I think all of this, so this and this are original to the magazine. I added this Delightful Human, and then this and these. I just think it's interesting what I came up with. This is my sexy page. And this is an interview that this hilarious comedian gave about like her vibrator on her nightstand and stuff. Like I loved it. So this is like all sexy things. This is another spread that I kept. This was a Victoria's Secret spread. And I've used other stuff from this spread in other things, but these were the images I liked so much I didn't want to get rid of it, but didn't like enough to use in other spreads. And I added this to the top. So this is the original image, and I have actually saved both of these images separately from other magazines, which is hilarious. And then I added this, obviously. I'll also add something to the bottom. This is my rose page. I always have a Lady Rose page somewhere. I really wish I had just put this properly up, but I think it just killed me to cover any of these gel bits, even though I covered obviously a bunch of them, but likely this was covering text. Anyway, this is another article that I loved. It was about a photographer and her daughters, and I'm just obsessed with this little guy. I didn't want to separate them, even though every image is beautiful. I just wanted to keep them together. This is all me. I added all of this. So this was a series of pages with all this cool stuff. Some of them were single pages, but these were all the doubles, so I couldn't bring myself to cut any of it out. It was just all so cool, and I love her here. She feels so right. Again, I really just wish I had committed to cutting off this top part and not leaving it off the edge, but I'm sure it just killed me to kill this copse of flowers, so here they are. So this is the image that was here, but I added this. This is a 2-page spread. I did this with a few pages as I had a double spread. I will cover the edges at some point. I just haven't come back to do that yet. We'll finish it someday, and I'll show you when it's all done. I kept all of this except for I added this part. This is my edition. Who doesn't love Alexander McQueen? Just these are both pages I added, just articles I liked. At some point we're going to come across, I think we're coming up to it, we're going to come across, I did add this, and I left this, I thought this was so, I would have cut this out, so I like this combination of things. We're going to come across some poetry very soon. Yes, it's coming now. So there's a section that has poetry in it. We're just going to read the poetry and keep going. And then the poetry phases out into like advertisements that I like. So here we go. I love this page because it was perfect. Serious. Playful. Refined. Oh yes, in the middle of the poetry I had to keep this because this is an article about games to play on your yacht. And I just thought that was really important to note. You know, for when I have a yacht and I need to know what I should be playing while I'm there. Okay, poetry continues. The drama can feel so glamorous, so sexy and interesting. Friends, events, sex, expectations. But it's all cumbersome to manage. Deciding to walk away feels so good, such an easy choice to make. But then who am I without it? Who am I at all? Apocalypse feels accurate, but I know there's a truer destination, a dramatic return home to Mother Earth. And here I kept a lot because this is a beautiful article about hiking in the Alps, and there are beautiful photographs. Beautiful. So I kept this whole article. I covered up anything I didn't like from here on out, basically, is how it went. So I liked this, and oh yeah, I added this. I liked this. Added this. I liked these two, added these two, added these two. Some of this also I used to like and now don't like, so I will be covering. This was a 2-pager I kept. So this guy, I didn't keep the whole article, unfortunately, but he did show like a top-down view of this area, and how he like drew in his house and then built the house in, and the mirrors are there to keep it all green and so it doesn't stick out as much. I thought that was just freaking awesome. Keeping the sky because it's all about Bali. This I tried to cover whatever that central image was. I don't think this is successful with the background, but I do like this trio. I just don't think it goes with this background, so we'll revisit that in the future. I do actually like the look of these cars, so I kept the McLarens, Lexus, Aston Martin, you know, for when I have too much money and I need to get a car. This I added, oh, it doesn't, I thought it folded out. It does not fold out. I added this guy. I guess I do really like the color play between the orange and the bright colors here, but I don't think this is a successful pairing at all. We'll probably change a bunch of this. And like this needs to be. We need to revisit some of this. This seems so empty also. I think I threw it in here because I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, but I need a figure. I need to add something to it. I loved this. I would have cut this out. That's sort of how I went. If I would have cut it out, I left it in. This I added. This was here, but I love the color play in the backgrounds. This I didn't cover, but I think I will cover. I think I used to like it, but now I really only like this part. So I think I'll cover the bottom part and have a color play. This I love. I added everything here. Perfectly covered whatever's under it. Love it. So these are just ads that I've loved so long. So I think what I might do in the future is just keep the ads I love and cover ads I don't love, and then I can restore a magazine to just what I want it to be. I just think these are so clever, and there's no way to cut this up or use it differently. I just like it exactly the way it is, both of them. I just thought they were clever. Or I could just have a magazine of the ads I like. I was definitely playing with something here. I don't think this is successful at all. I'll probably come in and pull all this stuff out and do it again. But I was playing with like this being... it was a phase I was going through using landscapes with form. And I was playing with this being part of her body. But then this sort of hurts that intention. And when I pull this up, it will not match anymore. So we'll see what I can do here. I do love her wetsuit, I have to say, and that's what they're advertising, and they did a very good job. All of this is original. I haven't changed any of this yet. I haven't decided. I'm definitely leaving this. I will probably cover this. I added this to the corner, and I love it. I want to do more of this. So everything, these on this side, I added the 4, 5, 6, and these ladies. This is very successful to me. I love this one. So like going forward, this is kind of what I'd be aiming for, is to like match tone, add personality, and like stay in color scheme. Like that's what I would be going for. And like this is an optimal page for me. This is optimal. This one also makes me pretty happy. It's not perfect, but I do love it. Everything here I added to cover whatever was on this thing. All of it, the everything. The only thing I didn't add were these bikinis. So there were obviously 9 of them here, but I covered the ones I didn't like with these 4. I've had these tiles for a long time and I couldn't believe they fit here perfectly. So I wanted to alternate it differently, but I just didn't want to leave bathing suits I didn't like. So while I don't love the balance of this, I do love that I was true to myself, you know? This page more successful, I think. But the color scheme across, not bad. You've got this going on. You've got this going on. The white with the, you know what I mean? Like the color scheme is acceptable. And so to me, this is like, we're almost there. This is close. This left, I added top and bottom, but this is just, I liked this one. This is original. This is a heartbreaker for me. I accidentally cut this lady out when it was actually the back of a 2-pager, and this 2-pager was so stunning, it kills me. But we've survived. So I just have to cover this top part because it really doesn't fit. Pretty much everything here I added. Literally everything here I added. You can see underneath there's still writing, and I added these as well. In terms of layout, I like this. In terms of, I don't know, something else, it feels messy. It doesn't feel quite right. Like maybe this should be different and it would feel more together, but I wanted the color play. It's not successful, but it was part of the journey. Keeping this, keeping this. This is all me, I think, except for this corner, which is cool because if you take a step back like I've just done, you can really, like, it actually looks very cohesive, and this is the only thing remaining from the original page. So, like, to me, this is successful. I like this. I would have cut these out, so I kept them. I think a lot of this is now, like, I kept it because, well, either I ran out of materials or I didn't know how I wanted to alter the page yet. So a lot of this is just the original. Here I have a double because it was 2 pages. So I think that's what I had the stuff I wanted to use and I used it, and I haven't put together a mass of stuff really to come back to finish it. But this is a double that I wanted to keep. This is a single I wanted to keep. I like it with these. I actually thought the last time I went through this, I thought I'd added these because I liked them so much, but I did not. I added this. I think this is not a good thing to have added. I want something more colorful that picks up these colors, which is why I thought I had added this because it didn't really work. I didn't realize I had added the wrong thing to make it not work. Haven't decided here what I wanted to do yet. Oh, this is about yachts that we need to buy, so I had to keep this whole article so that I know which yachts are on the market. I don't even think this is a real yacht. I think this is rendered. This doesn't look real to me, but okay. This is all yacht stuff. Just completely this luxury magazine. I know that there was more. Oh yes, here we go. So this is a double. So I did put just a lot of my 2-pagers in here, or just big pages, I guess. I do love this. I don't love it paired with this. I think we could do better, but it's not terrible. I added this lady. I like this color combo. We need to cover this and I'll be a little happier. Oh yes, private jets, stuff we have to know about. I do like this. We could do better, and I think I'll actually just cover this now, but I do like it. I don't hate it. This is all original, haven't changed anything here yet. Probably because I really like this house is the problem. I did add this, and I love this combo. Not sad about that. Could be better, but it's not terrible. I like the blue. With the blue, I think it's not bad. Love this, would have cut it out. It's a nice magazine, if you have the money for it. I go back and forth on this. I want this photo so bad. I want it somewhere else. It's the only thing in here that I genuinely want to remove from here to use elsewhere. I haven't put anything on either side of this page, and I think these might be the only 2 pages I removed because I absolutely have to have these horses. It's a perfect shot. You can break it into 3 and have 3 different sections. I want it. I want it real bad. I want it real bad. So I think I will actually. That'll be the only thing I cut out, I think. I love this combination. Can't stand that there's something on the edge, but obviously we weren't finished. I hate this combination, but I love both pages. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Could have put it anywhere. We'll decide that in the future. Fix it later. I did add this. I don't love this blue with this purple. Not quite sure what's going on there. I do love this image. I understand why I kept it, but this doesn't go here. Oh, yes, and then Edward Hopper has a whole section, and I couldn't bear to remove it. But also, because, like, how could I pick between this and this? You know what I mean? I love them both so much, so I have to keep all of this here. I obviously covered whatever I didn't like here. That's great. Hi, sister. And that is all, folks. So there's more to do, but I like it. I think I did this the year after. I think it was 2021 into 2022 I was working on this, or just one of those summers. So anyway, there'll be more in the future, and I'll let you know when it's done. Thanks so much for sticking to the end. Have a great day. Like and subscribe for more content.